My question is about hospitality, and I was wondering how and where it's defined in Scripture. Wondering if we're commanded to do it or if it's a gift. And thank you in advance, and I'll hang up and take it offline.
Okay, great. Well, there's many things that we are commanded to do, which every Christian should be willing to do, but which are also a gift that some people really have. For example, giving. There's a gift of giving, but all Christians ought to give. There's a gift of serving, but everyone ought to serve. There's a gift of teaching, but everyone might have to teach on some occasion, at least teach their children, for example. So there is, of course, that. Peter does tell us to practice hospitality, and I think that's for Christians in general. The word he uses in the Greek, it means a love of strangers. So that probably our idea of hospitality is a good English rendering of it. But showing practical love and service to people who are strangers, which can mean bringing them into our homes. It wouldn't be the only way. I mean, you could feed hungry people at a soup kitchen too, and that's a type of hospitality as well. It's just showing love to strangers. Not just showing love to your friends. It's hospitality is what the Good Samaritan did. The man he found in need was not a friend of his, not even of the same race or religion, but he was a man in need and a stranger, and he sacrificed for him. He loved him. He had mercy on him. So that would be hospitality. The word hospitality doesn't occur a lot of times in our English Bibles, but to show hospitality, I think the Good Samaritan story is a pretty good example of that being the norm. For Christians, because that story was told when Jesus had been asked by a lawyer, what do I have to do? And Jesus said, love your neighbors, you love yourself. And the guy said, who's my neighbor? And Jesus said, well, he told the story. And they said, now you go and do likewise. You love your neighbor as this guy did. So that would be a Christian duty. Now, do some people have a special gift of it? Absolutely. I mean, if I was a poor man living in my car and didn't have any money, I would have very little obligation to show hospitality. There wouldn't be much occasion for it. Other people are given tremendous resources and opportunity to, take in people and make them comfortable and things like that, feed them. So I do believe we have to recognize our gifts are based an awful lot on what God has provided for us. He has provided for us certain things, and those are in agreement with the calling he has on our lives. And I think everyone should be hospitable, but you're right. There are some people who have special gifts of it. And you can tell, a spiritual gift is something that is spiritual. And when you go into the home of certain people, you feel at home. They make you feel at home. Other people may try to make you feel at home, but you just don't. You just feel like you're an intruder. I mean, there's something there, something intangible. And I think sometimes that's probably just recognizing that some people have that gift of hospitality. It makes you feel, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to be in their home rather than feeling like you're some kind of an intruder.